Yeah. Hello, everyone.
It's good.
Hello, I'm back. Welcome to the government cheese party. It's so much better to not be remote, to be face to face. It was awful. I couldn't really hear the conversation that was being had. It was crazy, but it was
Yeah.
good to be able to be surrounded by family in that moment, in that time. Um,
Yeah, your
it's
phone.
nice. It's nice to be able to see them, as crazy as all of them can be. It's really nice to be able to see them and stuff like that. So it was awesome. It was nice. The situation was a sad situation, obviously, to have to go back home for.
Sure.
Um, but at the end of the day, it was worth it.
It is what it is. So, man, glad to
So
have the crew back together.
yeah, it's always a rough time. We have to go to Michigan.
Yeah.
Whatever. Don't be hating on my city. Don't be hating on my city.
That's
Y'all
how
don't
it
get enough
is.
of
Man.
hating on my city, man.
You gotta do what you
You
gotta
don't
do.
get
Type
enough of
shit.
hating on my
It's
city,
one of
man.
them. One of them. Like
You
that.
don't want to, but you got to.
Yeah.
That's just.
That's just how the
I
cookie
think
crumbles.
I'm pretty sure that's Michigan's slogan. Like that, that's their state motto. And you don't want to, but you got to.
Got to. So,
Welcome to Michigan.
welcome to Michigan. It's one of the, it's one of them. It's one of them trips.
One of them trips is like, man, I gotta do that, don't I? Well, I guess I better get over with.
Well, time to hit the road.
As fast as I can.
Time to hit the old dusty trail.
In and out.
Whatever. Come join us. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get.
Man, quit tweeting.
I don't even tweet. I don't even have a Twitter account, y'all.
Stop
Ain't that
Facebook.
bad? Like, I don't even have a Twitter account. But I guess, what my child would say, Mama, you old. I guess I'm old. And I only have Facebook, and I just recently really did Instagram. So, and
I found MySpace the other day.
shut up. The real actual MySpace.
MySpace, son.
Is there
You
is
found
there really
MySpace.
a sign on for MySpace now still?
It's they switched
I
it
would
up.
love-
It's all for music now.
Oh yeah, that's what I was like to say. I thought you meant like the MySpace that like.
Well, no, you can go. You can find your profile over.
I no, I can't. I've tried.
I found mine. I found some old pictures.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for old stuff from me
What?
and Dad.
I
We
found
need.
some
I
old
need.
pictures,
You
man.
remember your log ons for MySpace?
No.
I don't either.
I
I
don't.
don't remember shit.
I remember mine. I got lucky. I don't even remember what I put in now. But yeah, I found some old pictures, man.
I can't
don't know if I
remember.
can find them. Back when I first started boxing, I had these little stupid gloves on, because there's sparring gloves and there's bag gloves.
Right.
I had them stupid bag gloves on. I thought I was doing something. Nah, I can't find my pictures.
Like what? 10, 20 years later, it's just
Jesus
like,
Christ.
it'd be like,
about 20.
"Man, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah, that's the question. Like, what the hell was I thinking?
What was you thinking? Yeah, hey, don't get me. I did the same thing. I was just like, what the fuck? What was this all about?
What like why like, you take pictures thinking like, oh yeah,
That's cool.
that's
Yeah.
gonna be so cool,
Yeah.
and then you look at it, it's like,
What the fuck was
Like 20 years later, you look at him and like, what the fuck happened?
what gave me that idea?
What?
And,
Who thought that was cool?
well, after that guy,
Who let me post that shit? What
Right.
the hell?
that guy's a dick.
so dumb. It's just so. What's the word? What's the word from egocentric types? I don't even know what the word is anymore.
Egomaniac.
Just ego. Yeah, that's the word.
Ego man.
Just, sociopaths, ego sociopaths.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
So, all right, y'all. I know we just sitting here kind of chatting it up, but we do have some things that we wanted to bring to y'all today.
Oh no.
There's some things. I know Jay had mentioned something earlier about like Johnny Depp's divorce.
Yeah.
It was kind of messy. That's a messy divorce.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it's
this
stuff
shit
like
going
that.
on too. Yeah.
It's so many famous people. Have you noticed though? Like they really honestly well it was I think they said the divorce was actually final in 2017.
Really?
But it's been
Why
like that's
is it
what
in
I
the
was
news?
reading. Right, that's what I said. It's 2020 now. That's 3 years later. Like what is it that was so messy that made that divorce last 3 freaking years? That's crazy.
Well,
But either way, it's one of those things to where you think about like all these famous people and they getting married and shit like that, and some of them find ways to make that shit last. You know what I'm saying? They work through it, but 9 times out of 10, the ones that make it last and they ain't got no real issues that's in the public and stuff like that is when a famous person marries somebody that's not famous.
Right.
Have you noticed that? Like you got 2 famous people together. They have so much drama in their relationship. Why does that have to be?
I don't know
Because they're both of them in the entertainment business. I mean, that's what they.
The social status, maybe because of their social status is the reason why.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
And their lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean,
their lifestyles. Okay.
You know, I mean, like you literally talking about Hollywood, not even the, man, my words are escaping me today, but like just we talk about Hollywood and like that's Hollywood lifestyle and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of know what people are going for when you say that.
Right.
That's just a little saying. But you need to talk about the actual Hollywood, bruh. Like it's crazy. It's worse than any. I'm pretty sure it's worse than any reality show you ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is social. Everything is
their lives are in front of
privacy.
everybody. It's not no privacy anywhere.
Yeah,
and I mean, and that's true. But you know how many like stars, like series stars that have been dating like other stars, like models and stuff like that,
right?
That have made their relationships work to where you know what I'm saying you don't know nothing about their personal lives,
right?
And it's all in the person and what you're wanting to portray your family life, like you know what I'm saying,
because they get away from Hollywood.
They stay away from Hollywood, but they're in it. But they're actors and they're singers or rappers or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they have that lifestyle, but they keep that lifestyle of the famous separate from their family life.
I think most of them, and I could be wrong because I don't pay that much attention. Wow. I think most of them. What?
I didn't know that Johnny Depp came from Owensboro, Kentucky.
That's funny.
That is crazy. I don't think none of us knew he was from Kentucky.
He's 57, but he's from Owensboro, Kentucky.
Hey man, my boy Julius Maddox is from it's from there too. He holds the bench press.
At first I thought you was about to say Gluteus Maximus, and I was just like
Julius Maddox.
But when you said that, I was like, okay. But when it initially came out, I could have sworn you said.
I
thought you said
Julius.
Julius
Maddox.
But yeah, that kind of stunned me too. It's just like what?
Yeah, I think that's some people can't. I think what's it called? I don't know if it's from Warrensboro, but I know he's from Kentucky. What's that? What's that boy name? He be playing all the movies and such. Supposed to be like
George Clooney.
There you go.
George Clooney. Yeah, I think he was.
He's from
somewhere.
He's from somewhere in Kentucky.
Yeah, but that kind of.
There's a lot more than that would be from the state, like from Kentucky, or like for me, I've learned a couple of people. Singer Adina Howard. She's from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Wow. And I had no clue, but I had listened to her song. She's the one that talks about t-shirt and my panties on. I got my t-shirt and my panties on. And I can't play it, obviously. We're on YouTube. But like the Adina Howard.
Never heard of that.
I'm gonna have to let you listen to it afterwards. It's kind of a freaky song.
It sounds like I got my t-shirt and my panties on.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's not gospel.
No, most definitely not gospel.
No. They talk about Jesus.
Well, if she married it,
if you married, you ain't telling everybody that you got the He's really
Yeah,
It depends on if you're in a married group.
unlike
There's
them
a lot of people
motherfuckers on
that
social
have
media.
conversations. We have
Unlike-
conversations.
unlike them motherfuckers on social media talk about, hey, I need a
They
man.
say, yeah, yeah, they wonder why they don't have one. Well,
Well, have you took
your
a
business is all? I mean, that's one thing I hate is when you live in a way where all your business is everybody's business, and then you wonder.
Have
why
you
people
looked
don't
yourself
want
in
to
the
be
mirror?
part of that. Like, dude, I don't want my business to be out there just because that's where you live your life. You know what I mean?
I don't care about your life. I don't care what you do.
But some
Fuck
people
you.
say, okay, so
Just
but
get on
put it
with
this way,
business.
but some people,
Right.
oh, you can't talk. We met on MySpace, sir.
Hey,
So, but
I ain't doing
again,
that though.
Again, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? That's why when you said it, I was just like, wow, I ain't really dealt with MySpace.
MySpace,
But,
God
yeah,
damn, shit.
I did try to search it up because
that like
on
back
one of our
in
anniversaries, I wanted to get the
1779?
messages that we sent back and forth to each other in the beginning. So that was one of the things that I wanted to do, but I could not get onto the MySpace account. Like I was like, what the hell? I don't know. I don't remember none of the
Yeah,
passwords.
that was back when cheese dip wasn't even a thing.
Yeah, well,
I tell you something. MySpace was fun because it was because
you got to create a page
you had to you have to create the page and the background and you put a song on there. Anytime somebody come to your page, it's that song. I mean, like that was fun.
It was different. You were actually doing what they call now that was what's that like the blog pages or like your own web page and stuff like that. That was pretty much what MySpace was.
It was pretty dope.
And it was so much doper than Facebook really is. But
I think Facebook's trying to recreate MySpace.
They are trying, but the thing is that they're never going to be MySpace.
Nah.
Period. And the thing is that MySpace again was giving people different skill sets. I used to send my account information over to my little sister, and have her do my whole MySpace page.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she would play. She knew me enough to be able to, set it up because she knew what she was doing, and I had no freaking clue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so,
it was a
lot of information that she knew.
I feel like it was like ahead of its time. Like,
it was kind of ahead of its time.
I think it kind of was like most things. Like
I think if MySpace would have came out right when Twitter and all them started dropping out of the woodwork.
Well, also too,
I think it would have made it.
When you think about it, like
it did.
Yeah, it did.
Because Twitter been around just as long as MySpace was. It's just nobody gave a fuck about it until
recently.
But MySpace doesn't give the same options that it did before.
Huh?
You don't get to do the page like you know what I'm saying? It's not
now?
the same, yeah.
Oh well, yeah, because everybody moved on. Yeah. Everybody moved on to because it was MySpace, and then I guess maybe it was Facebook.
It is. It was MySpace. So they say that I've heard that MySpace was a Christian-based organization to where Facebook was not. And I've heard several stories, and this is coming from an older generation, so they may not know what they're talking about. Maybe they do, but so my source is not 100% reliable, but I'm still going to say it. But they said that MySpace was ran by Christian organizations, which is why it collapsed the way it did, because a lot of stuff that unfortunately that's ran by a certain faith base, right. If you get something that's more, and I hate to tell y'all this, but Facebook is in its own sense a little demonic, and it doesn't allow certain things. It doesn't, what I'm saying, that MySpace would. It's a lot of things that have changed. And if you look at it, I mean, you got a lot of people out here in this world now that's like Facebook is the devil. And it is. It'll ruin marriages, relationships. It ruined so much stuff. Not that MySpace did not have the potential of doing that same thing.
Right.
It just wasn't something that it did.
No, that's true. No,
I don't
I mean,
recall it. I can't recall anybody saying that MySpace ruined their life.
no.
But I
And
can recall a lot of people
I mean,
that Facebook did.
there's a lot of people that said that, but I mean, if you really like back to what we were saying about MySpace is I think really it really was ahead of its time. Like clap on, clap off,
The lights.
the lights and stuff like that was ahead of its time. Like you think of a lot of things that was certain things that were ahead of its time. That you know, what I'm saying now you think about it, it's just like, well, damn, like I mean, it could have been perfect now. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Now it's talking on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can tell that chick over there, that box over there, to go ahead and turn my lights on and turn my lights off and
Right.
turn on the air conditioning unit or turn on,
Right.
you know,
Like,
the
ooh,
stove,
like,
you know.
ooh, let me talk to this remote right here.
Right.
Turn on my lights and turn
Right.
on my
Turn
air.
on TV. I need you to take me to HBO. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
And next thing you know, take
it's
me to
got more
McDonald's.
It went from clapping to just physically.
I mean, it's what it's going to turn into. It's what it's going to morph into. It's going to morph into, hey, can you send me to McDonald's? Can you send me to Taco Bell?
But everything we're talking about at this point, we're just talking about just automated stuff. You know what I mean? Like stuff that supposedly makes life easier, but
when really it doesn't.
It makes us dumber.
It makes us lazier.
It makes us more lazier than easier.
Well, like walking around dum-dums, we can't do it ourselves.
Yeah, you can't count no more. You can't spell.
Yeah.
You can't, you
can't wipe your own ass.
I am guilty. I am so guilty when it comes to spelling, y'all, because if they didn't have autocorrect, the bitch would spell everything wrong. So let's just put that out there.
I'm just being truthful. I mean, shit, they got told us that you don't even have to worry about wiping your own ass.
Yeah, they got automated for days.
Right. It's just like, really?
Yeah.
That's the simple things in life. I mean, god damn.
Wiping your butt is very simple and something that I would want to do myself.
I mean, they're trying to take away driving.
Yeah, I know. Backing up, turning, parking and shit.
Parallel parking stuff.
All that stuff. I mean, you don't need no skills for nothing nowadays. And but the funny thing about it is you do need these skills, but our dependence has grown to the point that it's funny. I've heard people say stuff like, oh, we're living in an age where we have the most technology, we're the most progressive, and blah blah blah.
But we're not.
There's a small percentage of people that are. They're the ones that's creating this stuff, and they're literally less than the 1%. Like if you don't know how, like you talk about these phones. Look how smart we are. We got these phones. Can you take part of that phone? Can you build your own phone? Can you repair your own phone?
Right.
Like I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying is that you don't.
You don't want to.
Like maintaining the house.
I had this conversation earlier. That's crazy. We literally we had this conversation earlier, but it was not like technology stuff. It was more of cooking situation, to where I was like, yo, eggs. I don't know what the hell you doing with your eggs. I said, and the thing is that there's a possibility that I can do it myself, but I prefer you just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality that you get instead of learning, right? Instead of learning.
Now, as we talk about this, and we kind of, it's kind of funny because now that you look at it and you think about it, think about the pandemic and when it first hit. Like now when the skin is getting peeled back, now you start to see that, oh wait, we ain't nothing without money.
Yeah.
We ain't nothing
sad.
Without anything. I mean, literally, we can just pull the string and ain't shit else, but you know what I'm saying? The skin.
We're literally, dependent on something or someone say everything.
It's money and technology.
But what I'm saying though is that it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, there's still individuals who know how to fend for themselves, do their own thing. I mean,
now, are those individuals willing to show and teach other people that are wanting to learn it?
no. You're talking about people who focus on themselves.
Well, that's what I said. That's some of the problem.
Well,
I think it is because if you don't have somebody that is physically passing down information from generation to generation to generation,
right?
Then you're not. I mean, you're bound to have a stupid society.
Now that part, okay. Now that part, I understand that people are willing to pass down information to information, but it's all about the person receiving the message is the problem.
Well,
like they don't want to fucking do it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But what about the people that are willing to do it? But unfortunately,
I mean, we're literally living in the age of information, and nobody knows shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, they don't do it though. This is what I'm saying. Like, okay, so yeah, Google most definitely. Me and Jay also said something about that, which I'm gonna get into in depth about Google searches and why you need to do them, because I just learned a lot of shit today. But like,
go to the library.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can, but the library is still not going to have all of the information that Google has.
It's going to have. Oh, wow! See, well, I mean, it's not going to have all the information, but it's going to have. But it's going to have more essential information, because one thing I love about the library.
I get that. That's what I said. I understand.
Yeah, there's more fundamental things.
Hold up. When you said go to the library, you know what popped in my mind? Right. That's like telling somebody to go to Blockbuster.
Well, Blockbuster, no, Blockbuster ain't even around. We still have public library people. They're still there.
That's the point.
Right.
Like my mind instantly was like, really? Yeah, just go to the library.
Go to the Blockbusters. Go
to the Blockbuster. Like, what the
hell? But I'm saying go to the library because it's there.
The knowledge is there, and the thing is, a lot of people don't realize that they can get the knowledge. They realize it. They just lazy.
There's one or two things that are wrong with. Well, there's one that's right, and there's one that I kind of disagree with. Now, there's one that's like, yeah, you need to go to the library and you need to go research this shit yourself. Right. Number two, I don't think they number like one, they're lazy, but
Google. Google's gonna tell you
they're lazy, but they don't want to do it, YouTube. Or they don't feel like reading, or they don't feel like doing the research that's necessary to look for the information.
Well, I don't think they're taught to go on Google and YouTube. Do you get what I'm saying? The teachers now, because they realize that is a source, it's a source that they can get to them where they are. Because you think about it, you see teenagers and what they're doing.
Right. Well, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's one part.
Google is in your hand now, and so that's kind of what that's the reason why they resort to that. They don't take them to the damn library like they used to. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to get a field trip.
But that's like
the library.
That's like me handing one of my sons a fucking map that you can literally look on the map and you can stretch that paper out and try to figure it out.
Maps. Right. I said I might not be an expert because by the time I got into school, by the time I got up to that point to where we were learning it, it wasn't that important. They only did like this itty bitty section on it that we had already had GPSs and stuff like that, to where that was almost non-existent. But
that's that's scary though. I mean, because
I learned longitude and latitude. Right. You know what I'm saying? I learned all that stuff. But
the fact that we don't know this stuff like we don't know it automatically. That's not our first place we go.
No,
that's a problem because we're gonna get. You have people who can't go anywhere unless they got GPS.
Yeah.
You got people.
I have that issue sometimes, but I am one of those people that once I do it, I will get. If I don't have anything else, if I don't have to hurry up and be there. Type of situation, I will turn off the GPS and find my way. You get what I'm saying? By myself, I'm looking for street names that I know. I'm looking for, that's me.
It's not like going to a local gas station and trying to say, hey, where's the maps? And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at it for
They don't even have it no more.
You know what I'm
though.
saying?
But see, this was, there's a good and bad of everything.
Oh no, they still got them. It's in a small section, but it's still there.
I've never seen it.
You never.
I'll show you where they are.
I used to work in the gas station.
Trust me, they're still there.
promise
It's
you
in
they're
a
not
small
there.
section to where you know what I'm saying. You
No,
you
the
can
gas
still
station I
have.
worked at didn't have maps.
Yeah,
Well, they suck.
The gas station's an asshole. But what I'm saying is there's a good and bad to all of it because technology wise, like if we exclude all the automated stuff, and just learned how to use stuff instead of just pushing the button and then it functions for us. I mean, because you can literally go on Google Maps and there's your map.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily need. Because I do it when I work for AAA. I got to where like I wasn't using the GPS very much because you never knew when it was gonna go out.
Yeah.
So I would literally look at the map and I might put the destinations in maybe from here to here, and then I'm like, okay, it's this street, that street, this street, that street, and I don't even look at. I don't have the sound on anymore. Or nothing. I don't even look at it no more. I just go from just from that because I know how to turn from this street. I know like how I'm looking at the map, which way is it going.
I've gotten
and all
to the
that
point
stuff.
to where I would look at it and I'll see where I needed to go, and I can base it off of. I hit my landmarks. I make the street names into landmarks. So like I know that when I get to this street name, I need to turn right or left. You know what I'm saying?
That's like
kind of I've read.
You're just using your brain is what I'm saying. That's all you're doing. You just
because it's funny how we sit there say using our brain and being more self-efficient, but I find it more funny when you have the butcher box and all these little packaged meats and stuff like that. And they have the instructions on the back, but yet we sit up here and look at the instructions on the phone instead of looking at the instructions that can cook your food.
Right? Yeah.
That you can literally read the recipe and
I mean, but you got to think about even those. They have made it to where like those boxes now you could get a full meal. You don't even have to freaking cook it yourself no more. You just put the shit in the microwave. And I don't understand like who gets. I mean, I get okay. So single people, you really busy, nurses, doctors, lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Where you working 24 hours. Throw something in the microwave. That's actually
you know what?
But they put the whole meal together.
If you are, I'm just gonna say it out loud. If you're one of them motherfuckers that just look at the back of the fucking packet of your food, and all you do is microwave it, I hate you. I hate you. I hate your life. I hate everything about you.
Yeah, because I mean,
because literally what you're telling me, it's just like. So you mean to sit here and tell me?
A very strong word.
You know what? You know what? You know what? On this label, it is. I'm using it. I don't care. I'm using it.
I mean, because you never know why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
No. I know why they're using it because you're lazy.
No, but it's
you're lazy.
No, it's a reason. Sometimes it doesn't always.
Look at my eyes. No, look in my eyes. You can look directly into my motherfucking eyes, and I will tell you. That you are lazy as fucking shit. You are a piece of shit.
Okay. So what if 90-year-old woman?
We're talking about
okay.
No.
You
said everybody. You didn't specify
hold up.
What you were talking about.
Okay.
Who you were talking about.
So let me specify. If you are between the ages of 25 to 40 old, you are a piece of shit.
Able-bodied.
If you are able-bodied, besides you being old, if you're able-bodied,
I would have to.
I ain't gonna lie. I crock pot everything. So
I mean, the crock pot is fine.
You gotta have some kind of skill to do that. You know
that's what I'm saying.
Like that you're cooking still.
Right.
Because we ain't gonna tell you
people that use crock pots, people that use those.
I can't always cook a full blown meal.
Look, people that use crock pots, air fry, whatever, okay, salute you. Go do what you gotta do. But the people that just mainly uses microwave,
Yeah, because
It's-
You're gonna get cancer.
That
there's
radiation's
no-
not good for
that's
you
funny.
either.
But there's no way to create to do that without a microwave. If you don't have a crock pot, you can make a crock. You can boil things. You can you can still make it happen without having an actual crock pot. With
You can put it
a
in
microwave,
the oven
you have to have a
100
microwave
you
to
can
do
put
it.
it in the oven for 200 degrees or
Right,
107.
right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
slow cook it. Right.
Slow cook it. That's the same thing.
It's
as
the
what
same.
it does
It's the
in
same exact thing.
Right in the
No.
crock pot.
I mean,
So,
you
gotta think
can have
about
a
shit like
fire and a
Well, I don't
pot.
know if I want to leave the fire in the pot.
But
But I
that's
mean,
what I'm
you
saying.
leave the crock pot and
Right.
just be gone for 12
Look,
hours.
man,
But what
I'll
I'm
show you how to
saying is-
use a fire. Goddamn it, we're
But-
gonna cut some meat.
What I'm
And I'm
saying
gonna stick
is
that motherfucker on there, and we're gonna
right.
roast that motherfucker over the fire.
Yeah,
and I'll
that's-
teach you how to fucking cook.
That's how you cook. I mean, so what I'm saying, I'm just talking about just people getting to the point where, like, if something happens to the grid, can you still function?
No.
Can you still survive?
No.
And we got people
I
who
would have
think
to
they
say
can,
no.
but they won't be
No.
able
Say
to.
it's a no.
They can't.
You know,
Hold on.
I might not
I'm
have
so-
these
I'm-
skill sets, but my children do.
First off, I'm gonna say this.
They
I'm
gonna feed mama.
gonna say this, and I'm gonna answer your question because it's a resounding no. It's a hell no.
Right.
You know why? Because they can't last 2 seconds without even looking at their fucking phone,
Right.
let alone let
How
the
you
grid fall off the fucking map and
Right.
letting them function for a while.
The whole culture, not culture, but just the whole experience of trial and error is gone. Like just to be able to figure something out, it's not in our culture. Now there's still people who do it, but it's just not in our culture.
Great segue.
To
Great
to
segue.
trial.
You know,
I don't ride segue.
I you know what? That was a great segue because you know what? You know what else is lost? You know what else is gone?
Yeah,
Being a black soul is gone.
being a black soul.
And what I mean by being a black soul is having that swagger about yourself, having that confidence about yourself,
Right.
having
Black Panther days.
You talking about
having that OG walk. You know what I'm saying? If nobody don't understand the OG walk,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Then you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When the OG walk is, you got that little step. You know what I'm saying? That little limp, that little dip with your
Right.
walk. Like we don't see that no more. We don't see.
You got a lot more people coming out not with the dominance anymore.
No,
It's the
it's not even
dominance
about
is
the
not there.
dominance. It's not even that. It's just
a lot of it is that was
it's-
a lot of self confidence.
honestly, it's not. It's
You think about it, really.
well,
think about
it's a
With
little
some
bit
of
of
the
the dominance, but it's honestly it's what you can hear, man. It's,
Well, I
it's
mean,
honestly
see,
how you move.
What you saying, like as far as like with the dominance part. I mean, I'm a firm disagreeer of this whole toxic masculinity shit that they got
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I mean, there's toxic parts of everything. There's toxic femininity.
Yeah,
There's toxic, masculine. I mean, yeah, but to say, in this culture, it's almost like to have any type of masculine characteristics is toxic.
Mm.
And I'm like, and
It's scary. It's frightening to people, and that's the biggest thing. And it has watered down to the point because people are scared.
there was a
And
time.
fear what they don't understand.
There was
Lord
a
have
time
mercy.
where these toxic masculinity traits is what helped you survive.
Yes, thank you, Jesus.
So,
you ain't lying.
so
I'm there, right there, Dave. You got me. Like I'm telling you, like this is what I've been wanting for a long time.
right,
People the generations are getting watered down.
yeah,
Every generation that comes around, it gets weaker and weaker and weaker.
yep.
These kids now, they are so coddled. It's ridiculous. And our generation was even somewhat coddled.
Yeah.
You
hear what I'm saying?
It started.
And it started in our generation.
I would
really.
say starting in our generation. It might start in mom's generation.
Well,
you know
and
what
it
I'm
could have
saying?
been. It could have been. Right? And it's just like being so coddled. I can't express to you, and I tell you, my boys, people might, when I walk up and I have my boys with me and they see how rowdy they are, they just kind of looking at me sideways. I'm like, my kids are growing up like I feel like they should.
Yeah.
They're boys.
All right.
Stop trying to cap them into these little itty bitty bubbles. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Let them be boys. I mean, yeah, of course, if I see them getting too out of hand, yeah, I'm going to check them. Right. But the fact is that I don't see them talking or, talking to each other or bumping or roughhouse. I don't see that being something out of the ordinary for a young boy to do.
Because you know what kills me is like this whole thing about I know there's because nothing's black and white. Mm-mm. and like even when we talk in generalities, I mean there's a certain
we only could talk what we know though.
But yeah, but I mean there's a certain amount of understanding where you got to say you got to use common sense.
Right.
No one's saying that a dude should go around slapping a girl's ass and shit like that.
That's not what is being said at all.
That's not what we're saying.
Here condoning that shit.
But what we are saying though is like you talk about a little more of that physical stuff and all the stuff that we try to say we shouldn't be doing.
Too dangerous. They took away dodgeball, y'all. Stop, man.
They took away football, man. I mean, and if the professional football, I get it. You get people dying of concussions. I get that. But I'm talking about as kids. You telling me
when you said that instantly popped into those popular hits, you know what I'm saying? Those hits that made the highlights and stuff, boy.
That's why
the one that just goes boom, and you like, damn.
You hit somebody so damn hard.
Shout out to Ray Lewis.
Yeah, that was
Shout out to Earl Lacka.
Shout out to Ed Reed.
They really took all that away because they're saying they're trying to protect people, but you're weakening the next generation. Literally.
I get it. No, for the professionals, I get it. Because you talking grown men
hitting each other.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm talking about with kids.
They're not gonna hit that hard, man. It's not. It's not something that they can't. They can't do the little circle thing no more either, where they hit and tackle each other. They can't do that.
Oh, what was what they call them? We laying down, blow the whistle. You gotta get up and go. What is that?
Oh fuck!
I used to love that. I can't think of the name.
Man, I remember that because
anybody that played any type of football in the 90s,
you know what we talking about.
I remember my cousin, and shout out to my cousin Rio. I remember my cousin playing football right next to my grandmother's retirement complex, and they used to play at Northeast Middle School field over there. And I remember him literally getting pulled out and having to get his finger into the football. And then after he got his finger up, Jeff, he ran right back out there to play.
Yeah.
That was tough shit. You get what I'm saying? I remember me as a girl cringing like, oh, that looked like it hurt. But he was tough enough to get back out there and do it again. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. You got so many kids now, they do some stuff like that, boy, they out for the rest of the season.
Man, they rest of the year.
It's just
that's a traumatic experience.
Right. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm raising mine to be tough. Don't get me wrong. I do have one.
You know what it is?
But I'm trying to toughen
it. But you know what it is that society wants us to be dependent on anything but ourselves.
Man.
That's just the reality. There's more money in that and all that stuff. Like the government, like in the city, because it's different in the country. It's all the same law. but especially in the city, you really you can't be confident in making a decision to protect yourself the same way you would be back in the day or out in the country. Right. If somebody comes at you or comes in your house or anything something like that, you shoot and kill them. You still have to answer.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that you still will go down.
Yeah.
because it's this whole thing where it's like, okay, the police have to handle conflicts and all that stuff. No, that's
not it.
That's,
you come in my house and I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, but I only use that for an example because I mean that for a whole group of a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
Because I know, like for me personally, and this is my own personal thing. Especially when I came out of high school, when I turned 18, I was already in a bad state of mind because of the medical things that I was going through.
More like the great things, man.
Huh?
It was the greatest things that it wasn't you in bad intentions. It was your beauty.
Oh, that was my essence.
Yes,
but
wow.
I'm sorry.
But it was
it's Halloween. I'm sorry.
It's a weird excuse. But it's
my favorite holiday.
It was a certain it was a decision I had to make because I knew the way I was brought up and the way that I was that conflicts, fighting, violence, and all that stuff. I had a certain amount of comfortability with it, because of where I came from, or who my family is. And I'm not talking about violence, going to attack somebody. I'm just saying to be able to handle myself in a conflict situation.
No, I'm already there with violence.
I know. Yeah, there you go. Well, see, I've experienced enough to that point where I knew that how I would handle myself.
Right.
Well, here's the problem with that. Because when you try to protect yourself or try to handle yourself in that way, you got the people who want to come after you, who want to attack you, that you have to be cautious of. Right. But you also got the so-called authority. Yeah. So for me it was like if I keep this fight mentality, eventually I'm gonna go down one way or the other.
Oh yeah, because you always got your match out there. Period.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
a match, even if it means that it's mental match or a physical match.
No.
Both sides.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying even if I were to fight or something like that, fight something out, or even if it goes further than that, just be a man and stand up for myself. Mm-hmm. I still got the government, the government who may not see it that way.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So I go handle this over here.
That's exactly what I was saying.
And then the cops come, and because of whatever situation that was, and I'm on the wrong end of it, in their eyes or whatever. And all I was trying to do protect myself. I can still go to prison for the rest of my life, or be caught up in the system.
Not even just the mental status of you; it's the mental status of others. It's the perception that they receive from when they roll up on a situation, regardless on what it is.
Well, I mean, exactly. I mean, because
perception.
You got people who already have the preconceived notions or whatever.
Yeah.
And as a black man,
preconceived, it's one of those situations to where you roll up on something and instantly,
right? Yeah, at that point,
then you
come
make
up
that
to
decision.
A deduction, right?
Yeah, that's just what it is. They might not be thinking like that. They might not physically be that type of person, but when they actually physically see it in their face, that's what it turns into instantly.
Right. And I guess what I'm saying is like I can't be the type of person that I am naturally.
Snap out of it.
Oh, what were we talking about? Once you said violence, I was just like, good God, that's like a turn on.
But
like, geez,
I can't even be the person that I am naturally, because I'm the type of person that if you say something to me, I'm gonna say something back. Mm-hmm. And then and wherever it goes from there, that's where it goes.
A lot of us are like that.
That's human nature.
Yeah.
But now you have to think about, okay, now because I got a lot of friends who are either dead or in jail now,
right?
Who has the same frame of mind, or caught up in the streets.
What was different between you and those friends?
The only difference between the only thing I can say for me is that I had both my parents, and I had someone to disappoint. That's how I feel about it. I had someone to disappoint.
That's a good way to look at that. That for real.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
that's the only
don't
thing
have
that kept
nobody
me.
holding you accountable.
Exactly.
Then you are willing to do
Just
a
do
little
whatever.
bit more. Yeah.
I mean, I know guys who are straight killers right now.
Yeah.
That we're on the same page, but because they don't really have like it's just okay, it is what it is type stuff. I mean, but for me, it's like I can't allow my mother to see me like that.
That's real deep, Dave. That's really deep. Like, I mean, if we really were to go into that, I think that's the reason why any of us was sitting at this table right now.
Yeah, because
granted that I didn't have both of my parents. No, you had plenty of people that I swear to you would never want to disappoint, like Aunt Ruby.
But see, that's
why I'm your wife. There's a reason why you married me. Bring you back to cloud reality.
But see, like I've always felt that way because I felt like
that's true shit. Like
I would have been
thinking like
I would have been either in prison or dead by now because for me, especially in my neighborhood, they know me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have
over that edge too.
Oh no. They knew better to do that.
Not to do it. Right. That's the thing, but they knew what to do to get you to tip over.
Yeah, I mean it's real simple.
Yeah.
Mess with my family, it's on.
Yeah.
But hell, my family was I got a lot of stuff going on in my family. Yeah. But for
I think all of us.
Yeah. What I mean is like they don't want to go mess with no Shackelford. I mean like I'm a heady, but my mom's a Shackelford, and ain't nobody messing with no Shackelford in East End. That's just not happening. But that's way besides the point.
Yeah.
My thing is my thing is that my mother and my father, both of them, I had my father for an example, and I had my mother for she's my mother
for support, for support and discipline.
I mean, put you in check.
But
when she needed to, she did it. That was what she was there for. Your dad was the backup support, just in case.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But it was like, my father was the example for me as a boy trying to become a man, and my mother was the reason to stay just to stay on track. You know what I'm saying? Because like I could have easily made a decision because that was my fear. It was having them see me in prison or having them bury me. You know what I'm saying? That was my fear for them. I never feared anything in the street.
When you said that, I thought of a Tupac song. And don't ask me why. It just
right.
like flared up in my head.
Because when he said that, you know what I'm saying? The multiple times that I met, you know what I'm saying, his dad, you know what I'm saying? It was always on an awkward moment. You know what I'm saying? It was just
my dad got that syndrome. He's like he don't really give a shit. He's a great guy, of course, but if he ain't got nothing to say, he ain't gonna say nothing.
Right.
And he ain't there's no pleasantries and all that shit.
He's a man. Yeah, he's a man of few words. Yeah.
You can be talking to him, but he's done.
Thought Jay was the man.
Yeah, he's done.
Right?
Yeah.
Your dad got him beat by a whole bunch.
And you know what? And there's a lot of lessons my dad gave me, and most of them was just through example. But one of them that hit me, not about a year ago, when the job that I had and it ended badly. But it was a wake-up call, and it was his lesson that came up to me because he was just as we and me, it's a family thing, I guess. But my dad and my mom, but a lot of my dad, anytime like we get to a certain point, and then we kind of snap. You know what I'm saying? We can handle a certain amount. But I think it's past a certain line. We don't. There's no reasoning. There's no. It's just an explosion. Right. My dad had that. I've never seen him explode. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it happen. I've only seen it happen once, but I think it was mild. But I wasn't sure that he had it at one time. My mother assured me that he did, and it was. But what he told me though is like I was the same way you were. They came if something happens or whatever. I'll run into a fight and all that stuff. He told me a story of something that I'm not gonna get into that, but he told me a story that was very similar to what I was going through at the time, and he told me that at some point you're gonna have to learn to not only pick your battles, but realize what's worth fighting for.
I learned that a while ago. We're still trying to. Maybe we need to have him go meet your daddy because he's still trying to learn that. Pick your battles. He's getting better though. He was horrible in the beginning with Jeremiah as the main example on that one.
Right.
Because you got to pick your battles with him. If you don't pick your battles with him, you're gonna knock that child's head through a wall.
Right.
And that's just period. So that's a real thing. Like if you don't choose your battles, it's a problem.
But with the way he says to handle it, and this might be healthy or not, but like I said, he'll walk away from you in a second. Mm-hmm. I mean,
that's the best way to do it, though.
What kill me is that I've always had that. I mean, Jay, you know it. Like in school, like when I'm done, I'm done.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty prominent, especially when you know the look.
Yeah,
and then I'm just like,
and they're like, okay, he's gone.
He checked out.
But see,
you can continue talking, but I'm just going to tell you now, he's about to walk.
I'm done with you. But the only difference between me and my dad is the hell out of my mom and me is that I'm gonna tell you that I'm done. I'm like, my word is you're stupid, and then I walk away. But now
it wasn't the word. It was just immediate walk.
Yeah, it was mostly a walk. But like now, like after that experience and that came back to me, it became more of a thing. It's like, why would I allow someone to make me do something that I didn't choose to do?
Yeah.
So now it's like things that really would piss me off.
Yeah.
I would literally just be like, okay, now I got a choice. Do I react to that, or do I? Because a lot of when you're a kid, especially as a boy, probably as a girl too, but especially when you're a boy, you have to prove. You feel like you got that feeling like you got to prove yourself. If somebody says the wrong thing to you, man, you got to come back at them. You know what I'm saying? But now as a grown man, you got to think about, why the hell would I waste time with that?
It depends on what type of girl you are. Yeah. So like, I guess the girl that I was always known as this tough girl, you know what I'm saying? I hung out with nothing but boys.
Right.
I did have like girlfriends, but like it was still, I hung out with nothing but boys. So I had that same kind of character, that snapback type. Like I did, and I was a little different when I did it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I think with you, it was more of like, puff up the chest when you. For me, It was more of I will be just as calm as I'm talking to you right now.
Right.
And be like, nigga, try me.
Right.
That's where my brain goes instantly. Try me, and that's all I would say. And this song right here, crazy as hell, but that's usually where my vote goes. You come at me, you gonna see that I'm not really a chick when I go to swing at you. Okay,
right.
Like,
but here's the thing with that though.
That's where that was for me.
And I get that, but the thing is, like, especially for me now, it's it doesn't even have to be said, because if I'm really not bothered by you, and I'm really not worried about you, why the hell am I getting out of pocket and stuff for myself?
Thank you, God, for that blessing, because you know what? The reason why I say that is that I realize the growth that has happened. This and what you were explaining in your life, the growth, that's a blessing, man.
Yeah,
that's a blessing. It's a true blessing, because it's so many people that have not accomplish that.
There's 50-year-old men now. I know.
Right.
There's
The
guy that I work with right now. It's funny how God works because I get examples of this like time after time.
Right.
At my job, I worked with this guy. He tried me, and had I been the same person I was just a year ago, I would have already. It would have been bad.
Over, right?
Yeah, I would have been going to jail. But after that, I survived that, and I basically said, everybody knows how I am towards him. I said, this man doesn't exist to me. If he walks by me, I'm gonna walk through him.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, and that's why I am, and like everybody think I'm cold as hell for that, but I'm like that's just where it is with me. I don't care about this person.
Attract him than to have him.
We're
exactly to affect me.
We're really having a very mature conversation.
Yeah, you're not going
because honestly, I don't know why, but it's just like, all right, yeah. But I still want to just rip your face off.
No, ripping your face off is still there, Jay.
Hold on. Let me be clear. The thought is so prevalent that it sometimes it can make you shake a little bit.
No, it make you shake a little bit. My whole body be pulsating like I'm about to jump out.
Right.
But see, both of y'all have that restraint, and for me, I feel like I'm like a petulant child because I don't want to.
No. It's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying for you, because it maybe not, but I'm just saying for me, this how it worked. I didn't want to either because I felt like it made me. It felt better. But what I'm saying is, the thought of allowing someone to control me, that's what got me. Because the situation that I went through at Mosby's Towing, I could have very well been going to jail. Right, I could still be in jail right now.
Right,
but through whatever God. Thank God. Whatever it was,
let me tell you,
I skated. Yeah, because technically I did.
Won't he do it?
I did vehicular manslaughter. Not manslaughter, but vehicular
murder.
Not murder. I didn't kill nobody, but attempted.
Attempted.
You know what I'm saying? Because I put hands on this man and I technically hit him with my car. Okay, technically I'm not supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be, outright. But see,
worked out a way.
Exactly. It was a lesson.
Yeah.
It was a lesson.
Yeah. You learned this. Wow.
It was a lesson. But see, here's the thing.
He can't leave it alone.
Halloween's coming early.
It's getting too serious.
Let's go purge.
So
let's go purge. But I just want to finish this thought. This is because it's just for me it became more of a control thing because this person could have just as well destroyed whatever life I had left because of my emotions.
Literally.
And to be a man and be emotional, that's not being a man.
It's not being
so that's just the reality of it.
Immature child.
It's being immature, and the reason why it's immature.
Immature man. I didn't even say child because you're a man.
Right.
You are a man technically by age, but it's all in your actions if you have the immaturity or
of a child. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you're immature adult. I mean, you either way you're being a child.
Everybody.
But the only difference is when you're an adult and you act like a child. The consequences is
so much different.
It's so much different. Yes,
I mean they're more detrimental to your life, for real.
Exactly.
So that's what I try to teach my boys, especially Jeremiah. I'm like, you look like a grown man, but you're only 13 years old.
Right.
You still got time to learn what you need to learn, but you look like a grown man. And the thing is that in the eyes of a police officer, you are a grown man.
I think especially for like Jeremiah and for really for any boy, any kid. And I'm just talking about boys right now.
Yeah, boys in general.
Is once you have the confirmation, that's all you need. You don't because I feel like a lot of people are still
fight. A lot of boys that are men are still looking for that confirmation.
Yes.
Like, buddy, like if you if you're really that big of a badass, you don't have to tell nobody. You ain't got to show nobody.
Right.
It's when it counts.
Right.
Like I'm fully confident that if someone comes at me, I will be able to handle myself.
Yes.
I don't need to prove that.
Right. No. You don't have to prove it.
I've already proven it to myself. Right. You know, I've already been in the situations.
And I think that you honestly, you don't have to prove it anyways. I mean, and the thing is that, like I said, I try to make it very clear that even the toughest guy will find his match.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even the people that you would think is the most toughest people in the world, they match can be the unrealistic person that you could think of that would take them out.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
but
you
that's
just never know.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the
whole thing.
That's more of a,
never underestimate nobody around you either.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of what that is, a lot of what that is that, you know, as a it's not so much about winning a fight, is about can you survive.
Who's ready to die?
So
nowadays,
my thing is
not a survive situation with people because they got guns.
Exactly. It's exactly what I'm saying. So you know, on a man level, you have to be able to handle situations, not individuals.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
And the only way to be able to do that is you have to take emotion out of it.
Like that.
You know, like you say, like, you know, every person has their guy. I believe there's part of that. I believe it, but I also believe that no one's unbeatable.
That's an old way of thinking.
Right. Yeah. But I'm saying, yeah. But I'm saying
that's what I mean. Like, I mean, like, as in, like,
what I'm telling you is that I don't believe there's a person that you know, that I cannot under any circumstance handle.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying that I can beat them every time. But I'm saying they can't beat me every time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I get that.
Right.
But for me, the way I look at it is, there's a possibility that if we have to go at this again, you might get me once and I'll come back at you and get you once.
Right.
It could be an equal situation.
Right.
But
Can we try it?
Nowadays, it's not a situation to where you have that many chances because it's usually the first time.
Exactly what I'm saying.
So can we try it?
That's I'm just trying to make sure I'm explaining, make sure I understand in my terms and what that's kind of what.
Let's go.
What
if you're going looking for a fight, the probability of you losing the fight is so much higher.
Yeah.
But if you go in
and you,
I mean, it's the part of it is
stop
just
looking for it.
A part of it, wow. A part of it is just the art of war.
Yeah.
If you going looking for a fight, you already ready to show all your tricks. But if you're the type of person that you only do it when it's necessary, you don't know. They don't know what you're bringing to. And if they're coming to you
bringing to the table.
So what if I had a rubber ducky and I brought it to a fight?
All right, so the show has been in on an hour right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump up off of here.
No.
But we do want you to like,
look at my eyes,
subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We love for all our people that jumped on here to go ahead and do that. Like it. Don't forget to like.
Don't get circumcision.
Notification bell. And please join us again next week. We do have, again, other shows that we have been doing between me and Jay, our Black and Gold page, and we also have Jay and Courtney.
No.
It's
dead.
Come join us.
It's dead.
Come join us. We got some really interesting things that are going to be coming on in our shows. And we also have a surprise for you guys, and we will tell you guys more about it tomorrow.
What?
Yes, we'll be back.
No, we won't.
We will be back. Don't listen to the the marshmallow looking guy back here. All right.
I like cream of wheat.
All right.
Chicken.
Holla at y'all.
No. Get off.
The computer said no.
I knew it. It's
You
gay.
said no.
It's gay.